some of our young brothers wears prison as a badge of honor. Just like I'm wearing this old bomber button. They walk around talking about, I can do some time, ain't no big thing. Yeah, they tried to give me 10 years, but they couldn't give me but 2. Well, 2 is just as devastating as 10. Mm-hmm. How are we going to deal with this prison complex thing, fella?
Mm-hmm. We were just discussing this in the lobby, actually. Prison in black, in our culture, has become normal. It's become almost expected. I mean, we have 1/3 of black males that are in prison. We have overcrowding prisons right now here in Alabama. I think we gotta, again, go back to the households and go back to our neighborhoods and help the young black people understand that this is not normal. This is not a rite of passage for us. We should not be seeking or looking at prison as being something that is expected, whether it's 2 years or 10 years. You shouldn't want any prison time whatsoever. I think a lot of the brothers who actually been to prison, who've been to real prison, they come out, a lot of times they'll tell you, I'm not going back there no matter what. Get those guys to speak to these young guys and tell them what it's really like. Tell them it's not cool to be in jail and be in prison. Tell them what really happens in prison. And tell them you cannot, you have all your rights taken from you. I was a correctional officer of a juvenile detention center for about 4 or 5 months. And, we told these guys when to wake up, when to go to sleep, when they could eat, when they can see the light of day, when they could use the bathroom. Imagine having someone dictate to you, everything that you do on a daily basis, And, they so choose, they could abuse you in prison. And there's nothing you can do about it. That is not the way to go. We need to make sure we get them, start teaching them that, however way prison is glorified, whether it's in rap videos or not, that's not what we want to do. We got to start putting in place black men who are doing well for themselves, who are achieving, who are doing good, who have a positive message. Start putting them into places, or have them start going back to these neighborhoods, and these being the role models. These being the guys that these young guys look to instead of the guys who just got out of prison, who they think are hardcore because they just did 10 years or something.
I think in a lot of sense, as he was saying, real prison, I don't think there are enough real prisons. I think we have to quit glorifying it. Prison is supposed to be hard labor, hard work, so reinstitute that.
Yeah,
put them on a chain gang with a ball around the ankle and busting bricks, and then you get the message. This is not a place where I want to go. I have to pay for my food, so you have to pay for your food. You go out and bust bricks to pay for your food, pay for your house and your room and board.
I agree.
I think you make prison a job like it is. I have to pay for everything that I have, and I feel prisoners should have to pay for everything that they have, and then they will see that's not an attractive option. Prison is not a vacation. It is not, and I think. To me, the harder the punishment, the more the deterrent, I feel, in certain circumstances, such as prison, in that sense. And also, a lot of people see prison as a time to get their education or perhaps find the Lord. We have to instill, you can do this without going there, things of that nature.
I feel like you're saying, any amount of time, 2 years or 10 years, that's a lot of time. Nobody, I don't know anyone other than my wife right now, I'm married to, is worth that much of my time. God's worth, that much, but I have a plan. I have too much stuff that I want to accomplish. And to stop doing what I want to do for 10 years, or 2 years, or 6 months even, is going to throw me a long ways off.
And then you got a permanent obstacle there that's going to keep you stumbling for the rest of your life. Because it's never going to go anyplace.
It's never going to go away. It's never going to go away. And I agree with what Brother Owens was saying about making it more difficult. Actually, we probably have fewer jails or lock the door and throw away the key. It's people think, just like I say, you go away for a vacation and not come back. And Martha Stewart had her own condo in jail. I mean, you do the wrong thing, and you go away, and you go away for a long time. I mean, that's point blank. It's rather simple. We start teaching our young men at an early age, okay, this is what it is. It's not a joke.
I visit the prisons. And what I see about 90% of the young men who go to prison are not criminals, but they've made bad decisions because they made decisions outside of themselves. They came from situations that their environment coached them, just like we're talking about the influence was not positive, but negative, because there were no little league coaches out there at 8 and 9. There were drug dealers who were glorifying them and giving them $100 to go across the street with a package. And then when they graduated or when they got older, they had to graduate to a harder post and they got paid more. But it's the same energy, but redirected. And what I'm seeing a lot of times that they don't throw away the key, it's difficult to dispense justice in an unjust situation or unjust situation. When there's a young boy at Northridge who makes the same mistake and he gets 90 days probation, suspended sentence, and a little boy at Central makes the same mistake and he gets 5 years prison time for the same mistake. Where's the point of balance there?
You have the power to elect those judges who make those decisions. You have the power to elect that district attorney who makes those decisions, who pass out the inequitable sentences. So we have to tap into that power and that resource to elect the judges, elect the district attorneys who are going to dispense evenly. And that's up to us. We got the power. We have the numbers. So we have to do it, and that's where it comes in.